Welcome to Antelope Valley News. We bring you the latest local events, stories, and community highlights right here in the AV.
Hello, Antelope Valley. This is Beth Samuel. I'm here with Edwin Vasquez, who is a local artist here in the Antelope Valley. Edwin, thank you so much for meeting with us today, and we really enjoyed the tour of your art and the history of the many artists who you work with and partner with as well. One of the questions I'm sure our viewers would like to know is what period of time in your life did you decide I'm going down the path of art?
I grew up in Guatemala, so I was exposed to art, poetry, music. In Guatemala, there were a lot of cafes when I was growing up. So one of those was the Bluebird, it was called. In the afternoon, you can come in, order a cup of coffee, and you can hear a couple of college professors talking about geopolitics, talking about art, talking about music. And you can hear in the corner somebody composing a music on a guitar. You can see in another corner somebody is writing a poetry. So that was the environment that I grew up with. And so for me, art has been part of my life. In fact, my father, he was known as a Renaissance man. Yeah, he played the guitar, he sang, he did art, his stuff. Unfortunately, as life happens, all his work ended up in the trash. Nothing was rescued because we were not there to save it. But that was my my influence. You know, grew up in Guatemala, surrounded by art and artists. So for me, it's something natural. When I came to the United States, it was just a natural progression. Now, see who were the artists, what were the needs in our community, so we can help to provide it. You know, locally, I was able to do that for more than 15 years here in the Antelope Valley. I rented warehouses. I collaborated with businesses, restaurants, and hang art, and we did poetry. There's a lot of the artists who, excuse me, didn't have the knowledge of how to frame their work. You spend a lot of time working on a piece of work that is, you are very proud, and then they were showing it with a 99-cent frame, which kind of is not what you're supposed to do if you want to pursue an art as a professional. So it's teaching them the importance, how to frame it, how to wire. A lot of people, a lot of the artists, a lot of the ones that I met, they were self-taught artists, so they didn't have an idea how to write an art statement. And I went to the city hall, I asked for a camera and stuff, and they said they didn't have the budget for that. There was no, the art was not in the purview of the growth of the city. So, as usually happens, these artists start growing up, some die, the art disappear, others move to other different states, and we lost all those, the richness, all that art, all the history, you know, got lost because, you know, there was no documentation. That's why I firmly believe that what you guys are doing is so important for the community, because you guys are going to start documenting the art, the poetry. So I consider myself a multidisciplinary, meaning that I could be painting, but then I start thinking, this one, so beautiful. I'm going to write about it, and then I can switch my brain as if I switch when I'm writing, speaking another language. And so then I start writing poetry. And this one could be a story. And then I stop the poem and I start writing the story. And then on the story, this could be a really good abstract piece or something. Yes, so this is how my brain works. Being a multidisciplinary takes a lot of advantages because I cannot just concentrate on one thing. For me, I consider myself lucky because I can do that. I just can switch my brain and think about what can I do, what I want to do. And also, because a lot of people have seen my presence on social media, I get invited to shows. The next show next year, one of the shows next year I was mentioning to you, is abstract. And abstract for me, who is a visual artist, it's one of the most difficult things to do. Abstract is the opposite. It's the absence of objects. You represent something. So you represent a feeling, a mood. And so I created two abstract round pieces that make me happy. Those colors make me happy. But became as a consequence of an art installation I'm working on for next year, which has to do with the Mayans. Our culture has a lot of color, vibrant colors. And so when I would start working on those images, the abstract images, I was thinking, how did the Mayans look at the sun, at the stars? What were they looking at? Were they round? What was the observations behind it? When I moved to this area 30 years ago, I didn't have any, the house is almost empty, and I have no light pollution. So I could go get my cup of coffee, go outside, maybe have a block, and have the whole sky that I could see, all the stars, constellations. It gave me that idea. So that's the process of creating the abstract work. I have been lucky enough to have, to be very friendly. I'm not shy at all. And so one person that I consider a mentor is Warren Sherrick. He's an amazing human being, an amazing artist, a multidisciplinary artist as well. His master's is in ceramics. He's one of them. Another artist is French artist Martha Pont, who happened to be my French teacher when I was in college, and she has become one of the forces of the art in the Antelope Valley. English teacher in the ESL was Jose. I don't recall his name, but I came into the school without speaking formal English. I know only technical English. When I was in my country, I learned it, but here I wanted to. So I took a bus, I went to Venice High in the evening, and this happened, he was there. And he saw me, and he is observing me, how was I reacting. So I went to the desk, asked the lady if she speaks Spanish, because I wanted to learn English. And she said no. So he intervened and said, ¿Qué quieres? What do you need? What do you want? And he said, well, I want to learn English. And he goes, okay, it'll cost you 25 cents for register. And I said, I don't have any money. I spend it on the bus. I'm going to walk back to where I came from. So he put it at 25 cents, and he told the lady that he's going to be in my class. So he was a teacher. He saw me. He observed what I was doing. When the class, in the middle of the class, there was a break. I went outside, and he's on a bench writing in a book, and I came over to thank him for what he did. And he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm writing about you." What do you mean? I said, "Well, because
awesome.
I really appreciate that you took the time. They took the courage to come over to do this. Many people are so proud, they don't want to be embarrassed and learn, and so that's why." And he said, "You need to buy yourself a book, a blank book, and put all your thoughts, all your ideas. You should write it on a piece of paper. Buy yourself a $5 journal and start writing your ideas. Start writing your feelings, how this moment in time make you feel angry, happy, anything. And then 10 years from now, 15 years from now, go back and you can compare yourself. Oh, over here I felt sad, or wow, I feel the same, I haven't changed." So there's a way for you to monitor your growth as a human being. On the lockdown on 2020, when we were in our home studios, we artists were lucky because we had the materials to create. So we were creating a lot of work. One of those artists who thought out of the box is Warren Sherrick that I mentioned before, and I created the masks behind me. I had no idea how to work on clay. It's not part of my mediums that I work with. He took upon himself to bring me clay. He brought me the clay and he says, here, do something. And I'll start thinking. I started with like a couple masks and I ended up making over 120 masks. So 4 or 5 years later, I'm looking for something else and I see the masks. And then I get an invitation by the Lancaster Museum to have my portfolio review. And so I went there and so I had the opportunity to have a conversation and they wanted to see the continuation of the work. And so that was the link for the new series that I will present in the Lancaster Museum next year in 9 masks. But it took the Warren Sherrick friendship and to give me the material that I didn't work with before. He didn't charge me for the material. I use his kilns to bake the masks, and so he was very supportive during that period of time. Until this day, he's still one of the people that I always look up to.
So we are certainly excited, again, to have come here today and look at your art. We saw very many pieces, beautiful art, and it was certainly a treat for us to see that art here today. And again, we look forward to each month focusing on an artist here in the Antelope Valley. And we want to applaud and thank Lancaster and Palmdale for showcasing many of the local artists here so we can see their art. So, Edwin, it's been a thrill
Thank you so much.
to talk to you, my friend.
Thank you.